Yeah, hi guys, welcome to 10 Minute Fitness. Last week we had a bit of a listener's question and we didn't really have that much time to cover it. So today our topic is going to be diets.
Yes, so we're going to expand on intermittent fasting, and you can see this is our first video. We're going to expand a little bit more about intermittent fasting, so I'll just go through a bit of the benefits and my own experience on intermittent fasting. So one of the great benefits that people overlook, it's not just a weight loss tool, it's really good for your health. So fasting is actually a stress on the body, and it's a good stress. So this stress allows you to induce a process called autophagy, which means to eat oneself. So it's basically scavenging your, say, old cells and eating the energy off that, rather than you putting in more food and building on top of those damaged cells already, or the old cells. So that's a really good health thing. Couldn't think of a word. So that's a really good health benefit towards intermittent fasting. Obviously that process is happening all the time, but you get a greater benefit while you're doing it. So that's number one. That's why I like to do it. It's good for, say, cancer prevention and all that kind of stuff. Number two is you increase human growth hormone and adrenaline while you're in the fasted state. So you might notice that you get a bit more clarity during a fast, and you might get some good fat burning results from it. But it's not to say that you have to fast in order to lose weight.
I've seen your abs, they are pretty lean. Have you been trying intermittent fasting? Like how often would you try it? When you try it?
So, and that goes into my next point, is my own experience. So I used to do the 6 meals a day as well when I first got into this fitness thing, and then I did all sorts of diets. But I found this one to be very effective. In the morning, you're not bloated. You definitely feel a lot lighter and leaner. And secondly, you actually are hungry when it gets to the times of your usual meals. So I'll condense my meals up. You can still have 3 meals. You can have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So I just have my meals a little bit later. So from 12 all the way to 8, I would have those meals. And sometimes you'll just automatically eat less because of the time frame that you have there. So yeah, that's my own experience. Very easy to do, and if you have work in the mornings, it's as easy as just grabbing a black coffee and just going to work.
So your black coffee doesn't count inside?
No calories in there, but yes, it is not a true fast if you have any consumption of food or elements that go past the liver, and obviously coffee has a bit of caffeine in there which bypasses the liver. So it's not a true fast, but you still get all those little benefits. Make sure it's no calories to make that intermittent fast.
Yeah. So that's a good tip. And how long a window would you say for intermittent
So
fasting?
to start off, I'll do 14 hours. So 14 hours fast. So 10-hour eating window and 14 hours of not eating. And then if you want to advance into what is considered the mainstream 16 hours, you can 16-hour fast, 8-hour feeding window. And if you want to go a next step, you can go 20-hour fast and 4 hours feeding window.
That's a long fast.
It's a long fast, but it can be very easy after you do the 14 to 16 hours daily.
That sounds alright. So you've got a few benefits in there.
A few benefits.
You'd say that the main ones, what would you say?
Main ones, definitely
benefits?
Just feeling lighter. You're hungry for your meal, and you don't feel that sleepy effect as much when you do have food. Everyone hates that food coma. With intermittent fasting, you definitely don't get the same feeling. And yeah, that's my main points, and also the health benefits.
That's alright. Well, now I think I'll have a look at a bit of a diet that I've tried in the past. The one that I'm going to be looking at today is if it fits your macros.
That's a very popular one.
Yeah, it is. It is very big. I suppose a lot of bodybuilders may look at it, but I also think it's quite a good one if you are looking at weight loss. If it fits your macros is really good, as it's flexible around your lifestyle. So you don't have to eat the same boring meals every day. So you don't have to wake up, have your chicken and rice or whatever your meal that you would have as part of a meal plan, it allows you to be flexible as part of doing this, and it also fits in well with your lifestyle. So if you want to go out for a party with your mates on a Thursday night, you can go out for that. You've just got to compensate throughout the day. So what I generally look at for this, I'll generally have whatever everyone else is having for dinner, whoever else I'm living with, or whoever else I'm having dinner with. I'll have the same thing as them for dinner. I eat the same thing for breakfast every day, and then based on the numbers, so the numbers you get, you look at carbs, fats, and proteins. I'll pick my lunch from that. So just depending what I'm eating for the rest of the day will depend what I have for that. But I find in terms of that, it definitely fits in well with your lifestyle. It's effective, so you'll know by the end of the day if, like, in terms of weight loss, if you are going to lose weight or if you are going to put on, or even it is a great thing to do to maintain as well, just to have an idea of how you're going. Have you tried this one before?
I actually have. So I tried this if it fits your macros, and definitely really spot on what you said there. You know what you're getting, and you can definitely reach your goals for fat loss if you track those numbers. So if it fits your macros, basically harps on about the numbers. So you have a set amount of carbs, set amount of fat, and set amount of protein you consume for a whole day, right?
Yeah, and the thing I've found with that as well is also you can eat whatever you want, but depending on the type of foods you eat, so if you don't eat as well, like you eat foods that are not as nutritious, or foods that can be like, they're just, you usually don't feel as well after them, you don't feel as well. So if you eat like a lot of vegetables and lean meats and that kind of stuff, you do feel a lot better than you would, say, if you ate like a couple of chocolate bars or something like that. Even if it does still fit in, you end up being more hungry, and you also don't feel as well after.
Definitely, you get that sugar crash. It's not a nice feeling. But the main point is it allows you flexibility to hang out with your friends, have a good meal, right?
Yeah, I think that's the best thing about it.
Yeah, and just making sure that you're just fitting in those carbs, fats, and proteins. But the message is you shouldn't just go out and say, oh, I have a donut here, it fits those carbs, fats, and protein numbers. I'm just going to slot this in, I'm going to slot a hot dog in because it fits there. That's not the main point of it. The main point is the flexibility aspect, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Well, that covers the two main diets that we've looked at today. I think it's a good comparison between the two.
Definitely.
Intermittent fasting, we saw a lot more health benefits. If it fits your macros, a lot more like convenience, I think is the main thing about that. Now we're coming to listeners' question.
Listeners' question. So who we got this week?
It's Sean with a W.
Sean F.
Oh, Sean F. From Wanturna South, Melbourne, Victoria, Australia.
Yep. So how long do I have to train before I see results?
Now this is a good question, because you do see a lot of people coming to the gym, and that's the first thing you want to know. The first time you come to the gym is how long before I see results.
Yep.
How long would you say before you see results?
That all depends on how often you train. So if you're training once a week, you're definitely going to have to wait for those results a bit longer. But if you're doing 3 to 4 times a week, you definitely see results in 4 to 6 weeks of your initial starting date.
Yeah, I think 4 to 6 weeks is what I'll agree with too. And it tends to be at that stage is when you start to get fed up. About a week after that is when you'll start seeing results.
Like, damn it. But yeah, it definitely shows when you come back from a holiday as a trainer. I come back from a holiday after 6 weeks. I see those changes within the week. And so for newcomers, you definitely see those fast changes within a week. So if you're training, you're really motivated. 1 week you see a change, 2 weeks you see twice the change.
Yeah, and I think you'll start to see the changes first. You'll start to look in the mirror and be like, oh, I'm not bad here. Not bad. But,
not bad at all. You're not bad at all.
But then a week or two after that, everyone else will start seeing it. You might get a few comments here and there, which is it's always good. I don't mind to do cheeky comment.
But the key is consistency, frequency, at least 3 to 4 times a week in that kind of 6 to 8 weeks for results.
Yeah, I think that sums it up pretty well.
Yeah. Under 10 minutes this time.
Yeah, under 10 minutes. So that's all from us today. If you want to reach out to us for a listener's question or anything, my Instagram is Darcy Smith, PT.
And mine's traineat.live on Instagram.
Thanks for listening, guys.